the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart.
At one time.
Yeah, I can't. What else is out there? I think that'll. I don't know. Is there anything else we need to talk about before we get out of here? I mean, I know NBA. There's been some things in the NBA that has transpired recently, but I don't know.
The Lakers lost, so America wins.
All right, well, whatever. We don't need to talk about that right now. We don't. Oh well, actually, here's what I'll say. Because this is the Courtside View podcast. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be talking about the Lakers. Damn it! I know you're like, oh, you talk about the Lakers all the time. Yeah, because it's my, it's my podcast. Anywho, here's the deal. So they lost to the Nets last night. We don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about the Dejounte Murray, right? So here's the thing. Dejounte Murray is in trade talks. He's been in trade talks for weeks now. And the Lakers, it seems like they're really pushing to try to trade for Dejounte Murray. I like the trade. I like the addition. I think he will bring a dimension that we're missing, which is a two-way player. We need a two-way player. Now, people are going to say, well, his defensive rating is one of the worst. Part of that is because of the team. Part of that is because he's playing alongside Trae Young, who's one of the worst defensive players in the NBA currently. And then also, they're not very good. So I think part of that is why his defensive rating is all the way up there. I remember one year LeBron James had a very bad defensive rating. And so, and the defense was awful. This is when we had Westbrook and all those old guys. So it's going to happen. But now LeBron James is one of the better perimeter defenders. Whenever he's guarding somebody, they're shooting 40% or something, like a crazy number. I think with Dejounte Murray, he brings an element that D'Angelo Russell doesn't have, and that is a two-way player, and he can guard perimeter players. What you need to do to beat the Nuggets is you need to have somebody that can contain Murray.
Well, we seen how that worked last night.
We'll see. That's a good point. That is a good point. But I think Dejounte Murray is better defender. I think Dejounte Murray at his peak is better defender than Derek White, in my opinion. I think so. Why
they got Drew Holiday on the Celtics, right?
Yeah, they do. That is a good point. That is a good point. I need to go back and watch the film. But regardless, you need somebody that can contain Murray. You need multiple defenders. And if you don't have that, you're not going to beat the Nuggets. Because what did I say before about the Nuggets? Jokic is the engine. Jamal Murray is the driver. And what needs to happen, if you can get rid of that driver, the Nuggets, they don't have anybody to drive the car at the end of the day. Jokic can only do so much. When you make Jokic a scorer, I see this for a lot of teams nowadays, is that when you make Jokic a scorer, he's not able to get everybody else involved, and the offense is not as fluid as you want it for the Nuggets. And with Jamal Murray, if you can put a defender on him, a great defender on him, a great on-ball perimeter defender on him, it's going to make life very difficult for him. Now, I saw something on Twitter where it's like Jamal Murray is the first person who's he's the first player that he's only good against great teams, but against bad teams he wants to play average. I'm like, yo, that is hilarious because I've never heard of that before, but that's just the truth. But
he plays to the level of competition.
But although the trade does sound good for the Lakers, I'm still skeptical because there's a coach by the name of Darvin Ham who's absolutely egregious. That game against the Nets, we're getting absolutely torched from the three-point line. Darvin Ham didn't call one timeout. This is the second half, by the way, when we were just getting cooked. Darvin Ham waited until the 5-minute mark to bring in substitutions, to bring in defensive-minded players. 5-minute mark? And we were getting killed from the three-point line. This is what I'm talking about with this dude, man. Like, we don't run no plays. There's no cohesion. There's no consistency from the team. Like, the past two games we played, really good teams. We beat them. We beat OKC, and we beat another really good team as well. And then all of a sudden, we lay an egg against the Nets. After the offense was looking great in the first half, but then the second half, guess what the Nets did? They figured out, these guys right here, D'Lo, Reaves, Torian Prince, they're cones on defense. So they're running all these different plays. This guy's getting open. Oh, this guy's getting open. Oh, we're playing zone coverage. Oh, all right, we're going to shoot more threes. Make. Cam Thomas is going off on him.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, I like Cam Thomas, but he's a role player. What are we doing? And then all of a sudden, we throw a double team at Cam Thomas? This is how bad it is getting, like a role play. We're throwing a double team at a role player, bro. At a role player. That should never happen. That should never happen. And the fact that happened is just, I look at the head coach and I say, yo, what are we doing? Now, some of the players, they are at fault, but at the same time, you have to put your players in a position to succeed. And I keep saying it over and over again. We don't run no plays for Roy, for Reaves. These are, besides LeBron and AD, those are our other two really good scorers, and D'Lo as well. But those three guys, those are our three best scorers after LeBron and AD, and we don't run no plays for them. How does that make any sense? Roy Hashimura,
he did stink up the joint last night. He was 0 for 6.
Bro, you know why? Because we're asking him to do something he's not comfortable with doing. He's standing at the 3-point line. That's not his game. He's not a 3-point shooter. He's a 10 feet and in, post-game, pick and roll, pick and pop type of dude. What are we doing? Why are we having him in the 3-point line like he's a stretch four? That's not his game. And that's what frustrates me about the Lakers is that Darvin Ham is putting too much on the shoulders of Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And that's my problem. And see, here's another thing. Anthony Davis, he has been tremendous this year. Anthony Davis, one of the things I like about Anthony Davis this year is that he has done a really great job at fighting through the double team. Because in previous years, for whatever reason, when a double team would come, he would look very lost. Like he didn't know what to do when it came to trying to beat a double team. When I looked at Joel Embiid, when I looked at Nikola Jokic, whenever a double team was coming, they knew what to do in the event of a double team. With Anthony Davis, he didn't always know what to do. This year, whenever that second defender came to help, Anthony Davis made the right decision. You see now he's getting like near triple-double games. Like he's getting over like 7 assists in some games. It's because he's figuring out different ways to destroy the double team from the team. So I give Anthony Davis a lot of credit for that. He's been tremendous. He's been our best player. Easily. He's been our best player from both sides of the floor. But we put too much on his shoulders. Darvin Ham puts too much on LeBron and AD's shoulders. Run some plays for your best player. Put them in the best position. Austin Reaves, God bless you, man. But, dude, you can't defend me or Brian right now. Like it's that bad right now. They're running.
I think he could defend me.
They're running whoever offense right now on him, and it's getting pretty bad. Like he's getting exposed. And what needs to happen is we need a perimeter defender like a Dejounte Murray starting with him, so they can't just target D'Lo and Reaves and Torian Prince. It can just be, okay, Reaves is the weak link on the floor, and not just at all these are two guards and our forward. No. And that's the problem with the Lakers, man. Also, Anthony Edwards. I just want to bring this up. You know, I mentioned this before, but he's my favorite player. Man. See, now everybody want to come on the train. Like, everybody want to come on the... Oh, pause on that one. Everybody want to, you know, they want to come on the bandwagon. They want to come on the bandwagon with me. I've been saying this for weeks now. Anthony Edwards, he's the future. In 5 years, he's going to be one of the faces of the NBA. You could argue in 5 years, he might be the best player, American-born player, United States born player in the NBA. You have Jason Tatum, but I think his game it reminds me so much of just the past.
Say it. Just say it. Just say it.
I already said it before, man. He remind me of MJ, bro. He remind me of Michael Jordan. The way he plays. T-Mac, Kobe, Vince Carter. He remind me of the great shooting guards that we've ever seen. And it's a breath of fresh air because nowadays guys want to, they want to do a step back, three-pointer. They don't want to use the mid-range anymore. They want to foul bait.
Ain't nobody
stuff like
putting
that.
him back to the basket, working out the post, getting to the corner. Nope.
They want to foul bait. They want to do all this other stuff. Try to get a point instead of just being fundamentally sound and everything like that. Like Booker and Anthony Edwards, they're a dying breed. They are they're rare now. Like these guys are like unicorns. You don't see that much anymore. Like everybody wants to be like Stephen Curry and stuff like that. Nobody wants to be the Kobe's anymore. Nobody wants to be the T-Max. They want to be. That's what they want to be now.
Everybody be growing up saying their favorite player Kobe. They play nothing like him.
No, Jason Tatum. You have Jason Tatum, obviously, but Jason Tatum, like you look at Jason
His
Tatum,
game devolved over the years.
And see, the problem with Jason Tatum is that he relies too much on that 3-point line. Like when somebody cuts off his ability to get to the lane, like contested jumper. It's contested jumper. He just doesn't have the ability to get all of the spots that he wants, and he relies so much on that 3-point shot, and I just can't support it at all. That's why what would we call him?
Jason ain't him.
Just Jason ain't him. Yeah, man. That's why he be choking in them 4 quarters, bro.
He did it again last night.
He really did, but. Yeah, man, it is what it is. All right, I think that'll do it on this episode of the Courtside View Podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, follow the socials as well, and make sure to comment on some of the polls that we do on the community section of the YouTube channel. I be posting stuff on there. We posting stuff on there. Make sure to vote on that as well, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of the Courtside View Podcast. Make sure to see you guys later. Peace.
Look, cold world, still a cold world. And a couple y'all is cool, but we a little more thorough. Whole time, a little more girls. You know I spit that sick shit and it's still no cure. Hold up.